If you've ever wondered what real collusion looks like, stay right where you are. The attempted takedown of Infowars just backfired spectacularly. A shadowy group called Global Tetrahedron, offering half the cash of legitimate bidders, somehow won a rigged bankruptcy auction. And now Elon Musk is stepping in. The world's richest man just crashed their party, and the deep state is furious. We're talking about a fraudulent process so blatant that even Roger Stone called it out as a sham. But here's the real bombshell. The trustee knowingly accepted fake money over real cash bids. And while Alex Jones fights to revitalize Infowars, you too can fight back against time itself. After age 20, your body produces 12% less collagen each decade, just like how they're trying to reduce our freedoms year after year. But there's hope. This revolutionary collagen formula combines all 5 essential types that your body needs. While the globalists try to age us out, you can rejuvenate and fight back. Visit healthwithgary.com now for an exclusive 51% discount, plus get free VIP coaching and our amazing skin ebook, Don't Let Them Win, Revitalize Yourself Today. And we thank our sponsors for supporting this program, just like you support this program every time you tell a friend about it. So Alex Jones posting this just a few hours ago. Infowars auction fraud exposed in a bombshell federal court ruling. The full linked filing below. Here it is. And I did some analysis, and here's what they don't want you to know. And I've also got Roger Stone, his reaction. We're going to get to that in a second. But this is what they don't want you to know. This is the fight for freedom of speech, and it has just taken a shocking twist. Alex Jones, targeted and silenced, is now at the center of a rigged bankruptcy auction. So wait till you hear what they've done to steal his platform. So buckle up, because it is explosive. So here's the story. Alex Jones Free Speech Systems LLC assets being auctioned in a bankruptcy case. But the process is tainted, riddled with backroom deals, secret maneuvers, and outright collusion. This is not justice. It's an assault on free speech itself. First United American Companies, FUAC, is the highest cash bidder at $3.5 million, was set to win the auction fairly, but instead a shadowy group calling itself Global Tetrahedron swooped in with a bid half of that amount. So how did they win? Well, of course, dirty tricks. Global Tetrahedron's bid relied on what they called a Distributable Proceeds Waiver. Sounds official. No, it's essentially fake money, completely speculative, offering zero real value to the bankruptcy estate. It's a scam, plain and simple. And the trustee, the one tasked with maintaining fairness, he went along with it. The trustee and auction house scrapped the live auction process, switching to a secret bid process. This wasn't announced and approved by the court or even disclosed to FUAC. The sale order require transparency, fairness, and specific cash bids. But what did the trustee accept? A bid from Global Tetrahedron using a formula to barely outbid FUAC by just enough, using nothing but speculative numbers and collusion, which is absolutely outrageous. The collusion gets even worse. The so-called Connecticut families are working with Global Tetrahedron. They waived hypothetical future distributions to rig the process against Alex Jones and FUAC. The whole thing stinks of corruption. Now, these Connecticut families claim victimhood, but now they're weaponizing the courts to silence Alex Jones and profit from the destruction of free speech systems. This is a coordinated attack on anyone daring to challenge the narrative. Even the judge overseeing the case expressed concern during an emergency status conference. This is not about justice or fair bidding. It's about power and control. They want to destroy Alex Jones and make an example out of him. The fake distributable proceeds waiver is just monopoly money. It's tied to unproven claims and future speculation. The trustee accepted it because it helped their preferred bidder win. This wasn't a sale, it was a hit job. And now let's talk about FUAC, the real bidders here. They played by the rules, offered a clean all-cash bid of $3.5 million, and still got shafted. Why? Because they weren't part of the collusion scheme to crush Alex Jones and his platform. The court was clear. Bids must be specific U.S. dollar amounts with no formulas or contingencies, but the trustee accepted Global Tetrahedron's contingent formulaic bid anyway. This is a travesty of justice and a violation of the court's own rules. And this is what happens when you challenge the globalists. Alex Jones built Infowars to expose their lies, and now they will stop at nothing to dismantle it. They've weaponized the courts and turned the bankruptcy auction into a kangaroo court. And the implications are chilling. If they can do this to Jones, rigging auctions, silencing dissent, and weaponizing the system, they can do it to you. This is a battle for the future of free speech and independent voices everywhere, including yours. It gets worse, though. FUAC wasn't even told the rules had changed. The trustee and auction house deliberately kept them in the dark while favoring Global Tetrahedron. This is not a mistake. It is a calculated move to pick winners and losers. And the fake bid by Global Tetrahedron only offered $1.75 million in actual cash. Yet the trustee treated it as the highest and best bid, ignoring FUAC's all-cash offer that was twice as much. The corruption is staggering. So this is not just about dollars and cents. This is about targeting Alex Jones and destroying a platform that dared to challenge the elites. Free Speech Systems isn't just a company, it's a symbol of resistance against censorship and tyranny. So the courts must act. FUAC is demanding the disqualification of Global Tetrahedron's sham bid and the recognition of the rightful $3.5 million bid. If the court fails, it will set a dangerous precedent for how dissenting voices are erased. The trustees' actions amount to fraud against the court, the bankruptcy estate, and anyone who believes in a fair process. Collusion, secrecy, and favoritism have no place in America's legal system, so this must not stand. And at stake is more than Alex Jones' company. This is the battle for the soul of free speech in America. If we let them silence him with shady deals and corrupt maneuvers, who will they come for next? Stand with Alex before it's too late. Now, the globalists think they've won. They think no one will notice their corrupt games, but they're wrong. This threat is your wake-up call. The attack on Alex Jones is an attack on all of us, and we must fight back. And the case is far from over. FUAC is fighting back with an emergency motion to disqualify Global Tetrahedron's rigged bid. But they need all of us to expose the truth. The court must see this for what it is, an injustice. The trustee thought that they could bury this in secrecy, but transparency is the foundation of justice. The lies are unraveling, and the truth is coming out. So will you stand with Jones against this coordinated attack? If we lose this battle, the precedent is set. The elites can rig processes, silence voices, and destroy anyone who dares to speak out. But if we win, we send a message: free speech is not for sale, and justice still matters. The fight for Alex Jones is the fight for all of us. Support him, support Infowars, and follow us as we expose every twist in this case. Don't let them silence freedom. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay ready. And now on the Alex Jones Show, Roger Stone exposed the auction as a sham. No honest auction ever happened. And he revealed the deals, the inside deals, the fake promises, and a clear agenda to silence Alex. It's not about money. They want to shut you up and destroy Infowars. Let's listen.
How it works. And there was never any honest above-board auction in which legitimate bids were weighed or analyzed. And based on the rules that we read, first you had to pre-qualify by demonstrating that you really had the cash to make the transaction if your bid was accepted. As I told you, I put in sweat equity. I have no money, but I do have knowledge and I have friends. And we put together, I think, a very solid bid with good people who understand Infowars and how it works and understand how the platform could go forward and continue to be the tip of the spear. Then we hear that the people from the Onion come along, they make a bid, but their bid is based on some vague promise of future cash that we may get from Alex Jones when we extract every penny out of him. So they didn't put up an all cash bid, but they seem to have some inside deal with the bankruptcy trustee. So yeah, I said publicly, this stinks. This needs a thorough investigation. Sounds to me, Alex, like you have an honest judge who's not going to let this pass because there are rules, there are laws. I don't know Elon Musk, but I'm certain when I saw that he had filed the notice of appearance, I don't know how he could not object to their efforts to take away your presence on X, what used to be called Twitter. The real Alex Jones, that's you, but they want to take that away from you. They don't want to even let you use your own name. You can't be Alex Jones anymore, or you can't have the Alex Jones show anymore. This has never happened in the history of the United States. This has never happened in the history of any bankruptcy in the history of our country. So this is very clear. You were targeted. It's not even about money. They don't want your money. Not really. They just want to shut you up. They just want to close Infowars down. What they don't understand is if they are successful in taking Infowars away from you, they are just going to make you stronger, and you're just going to be heard and seen and listened to on another powerful platform.
Oh, yes. Roger Stone laying it out. And of course, this was a few days ago when Alex, this is right inside Alex's main entryway of his studio.
Shutting us down. I just got word 15 minutes ago that my lawyers and folks met with the U.S. trustee over our bankruptcy this morning, and they said they're shutting us down even without a court order. This morning, the Connecticut Democrats with the Onion newspaper bought us. They asked, did they outbid? They said, well, it was competitive. So they changed all the bidding rules, made it secret 2 days ago. I had a bad feeling. I told you that. And just like they tried to shut us down back in late May without a court order, they're supposed to have a court order. There's going to be injunctions filed. I'm about to go live out of Harrison's American Journal studio. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to be here until they come in here and turn the lights off. I'm going to say, where's your court order? So this is all going down right now. They want to silence the American people, but we're not going to be silenced. Be sure and follow me at the Alex Jones Network at AJN Live on X right now. They're filed in court to take real Alex Jones away. That's totally unconstitutional. The judge already said no, so they filed in other courts.
Oh, man. But here's this, okay? Elon Musk. This is the total, wild card. Elon Musk X Corp files notice of appearance in Alex Jones Infowars bankruptcy case. This comes amid speculation that Musk will buy Infowars to allow Jones to continue to operate it. And then Alex posts this picture of him bringing the kitchen sink into Infowars, much like that photograph of Elon Musk carrying the kitchen sink into X. Now, this was just a day ago. Jones has declared the cavalry is here. His attorneys for Elon Musk jumped into his help to help put a temporary pause in the sale of his beloved Infowars to The Onion. Satirical news publication said the bid was sanctioned by the families of Sandy Hook. Alex Jones, this is from the Daily Mail, reveals Elon Musk saved Infowars from being sold to The Onion. That's from the Daily Mail. But who can ever forget this? Alex was set up, and they got caught bragging about it. Yeah, this is all undercover.
You can kind of put anyone in jail if you know what to do.
How?
You set them up.
Does the Bureau practice entrapment a lot?
And we get really close. We call it a nudge.
A nudge.
A nudge. Sometimes you just gotta give them a quick little, just to see what happens. Sometimes you light the fuse and just wait for it to follow. Nothing like putting out a fake social media thing to really get people mad.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, so we were after him.
You are?
We did what we wanted.
Which was what?
We took his money away, chopped his legs off.
Gavin O'Blennis is a contracting officer at the CIA. O'Blennis worked for the FBI in 2021 and 2022 in the San Diego office, moved on to Homeland Security where he conducted asylum interviews at the southern border, and now works for the CIA managing multi-million-dollar contracts across government agencies and private sector vendors.
I work for, how do I put this without, I'm not supposed to tell people kind of job. If I say intelligence, what do you think?
CIA?
Yep.
Oh, you work for the CIA?
I do.
That's incredible.
I'm a contracting officer.
That's amazing.
So I deal a lot with different agencies. We're contracting with Director of National Intelligence to do stuff. We do Navy, Army, any of them really. I used to work for the FBI, so they threw the FBI at me. They're like, here, you used to work there. Oh, I'm permanent. I'm
good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, why do they call it contracting?
Because I do the contracting for them. I do all the legal contracts. I fly out to vendors and evaluate them. I love the agency.
Good for you.
I like the Bureau too. The Bureau was a lot of fun. I got to do a lot of cool stuff with the Bureau. I was the guy in the back of the truck in the van.
O'Blennis spoke to an undercover Sound Investigations reporter about his work experience involving near entrapment and his employer's involvement with political commentator Alex Jones's legal battles.
As long as the Bureau is able to progress far enough to be able to put pro-lifers in jail whenever they want.
Yeah.
You think that's on the agenda?
We can you can kind of put anyone in jail if you know what to do.
How?
You set them up. You create the situation to where they have no choice but to act on their impulse. And once they act on that impulse, then we call that entrapment. It's a fine line.
Does the Bureau practice entrapment a lot?
We get really close.
Not officially.
No. We get as close as we can. We get as close as we can to it without doing it.
So they can entrap some of these pro-lifers into doing things that they don't...
Depending, yeah. We call it a nudge.
A nudge.
A nudge. Sometimes you just gotta give them a quick little, just to see what happens, right?
And how does that happen?
You put a post out there, or you have someone fake profile say something that triggers, that we know is going to trigger them, right? Like we already know your history. If we're to that point, we already know everything about it. So we're like, oh, this will piss them off. Sometimes you light the fuse and just wait for it to follow, right?
Like a railing. Like a... Oh. So when a rally happens, that's sometimes the Bureau behind it?
Yeah, sometimes. Nothing like putting out a fake social media thing to like really get people mad. Post fake news. Yeah, sometimes it's it's not fake. It's embellished a little bit.
Who would be like a big influencer that you're after? You're like a... I don't know, like I don't even know these names. Like a Fox News person, or like a Tucker Carlson, or like...
Oh, I'm sure he's on the radar, right? You always want the biggest and loudest. Like that, what was his name? The one that said Sandy Hook didn't happen.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, so we were after him.
You are? Are you still after him? Why?
Because he's broke. He got found guilty and had to pay like $100 million.
So why were you after him?
We're not anymore.
Just to get the money from him?
Yeah.
Was that court case used? Was that a CIA
Sure
thing?
was.
That was the agency thing?
Well, actually it was a defamation case. So it's a civil, not government. But we were looking at all of his followers, commenting, following, like, who's that going to lead us to, right? So even though it's technically not our, well, not the agency definitely, but the Bureau, for instance, yeah, that's not our purview. It's a civil matter. But since they got all this access to his stuff and it's there, what can we go find?
And did you find anything?
I can't tell you if we did. But, so, it's just kind of like, realize the opportunity that you have.
So with Alex Jones, you were watching him long before anything ended up happening.
Probably. It wasn't my office, but, I mean, we would have been well aware of what he was doing.
And the goal with him was what? Just to bankrupt him?
Oh, pretty much. And we let the families do it.
And what?
We let the families do it.
Were they encouraged to do that by the Bureau? Like nudged?
We don't encourage people.
But like...
We just say there's no federal statute being broken. But you do have the option for a civil case. And it's a pretty good case.
Nice.
In our opinion.
So, that makes so much sense. I have a cousin who's a lawyer. So that's a lot of these cases. They're kind of encouraged by the FBI.
Yeah, like there's nothing federal law we can do, but civilly, we can go at him that way and chop his legs off.
And they did. Yeah. So the FBI was happy.
We didn't care. We were like, oh.
Basically, the citizens did your job.
Yeah.
Wow, so you can encourage a civil lawsuit.
Not encourage. Educate.
What can you do with people like Alex Jones now? Because he's still out there. Yeah. He's still chirping.
He can chirp.
Are you still watching him?
Yeah.
Why?
We did what we wanted.
Which was what?
Took his money away. We shut him up for a while. You're never going to shut him up permanently.
Well, unless you put him in prison.
But again, he didn't do anything to go to prison. Being ignorant is not a crime, though it should.
It is. I mean, what you could bring a nudge.
He didn't incite a riot like Cheeto. He didn't encourage people to go shoot people. He didn't do anything.
Additionally, O'Bleness states that he knows and works with FBI agents who were undercover in the January 6th Capitol riot, estimating about 20 field agents were there undercover. While O'Bleness...
So this undercover investigation was done by Sound Investigations. That was recorded on March 22nd of 2024. And as you just heard him say, that, they just encourage, they don't encourage, they educate. Go the civil route, and now we're seeing the civil route unfolding. But now we're seeing the judge is saying, wait a second, this whole auction, it stinks. And Elon Musk getting involved. I just hope that Elon Musk has, maybe he should buy it. He should buy it. I mean, I think though, you've got Roger Stone and his team. It clearly appears that they have put together $3.5 million to buy Infowars, which would be a drop in the bucket for Elon Musk to just write a check real quick. I'm a little surprised that $3.5 million is all that Infowars was worth. And I thought it was worth a lot more than that. But I think that Elon Musk should step in, maybe just outbid them all. 10 million. Alex Jones, not exaggerating, it appears bankruptcy trustee was attempting to facilitate a fraudulent transfer of the state's assets. Anything can happen in Chapter 11, but this is insane. Hopefully the judge will sanction the trustee and the onion as well. Vigilant Fox reports Elon Musk ex-court intervenes in bankruptcy case of Alex Jones Infowars with a surprise filing. Alex Jones reveals that Elon Musk saved Infowars from being sold, according to ETH. The cavalry is here. Elon Musk's lawyers joined the bankruptcy case, aiming to pause the sale of Infowars. So this is all good news. Even Reuters 6 hours ago reports First American United Companies asked a U.S. bankruptcy judge to disqualify the Onion's purchase of Alex Jones' Infowars website and name its own $3.5 million bid as the winner. First American is affiliated with Jones' dietary supplements business. So this is all developing right now. Boast Nerdly, company affiliated with Alex Jones, seeks to disqualify the Onion's auction. But the fact that Elon Musk has stepped in just raises the stakes significantly. But I think this undercover investigation here really just gives you some really dirty backstory. So we're going to continue to monitor this as more information becomes available. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we're witnessing is not just about Infowars, it's about the systematic attempt to silence any voice that challenges the narrative. The fact that they'd rather accept fake money than let a legitimate buyer preserve free speech tells you everything. But here's what I want you to debate in our comments. If they can rig a bankruptcy auction this blatantly, what else are they rigging? And while you're contemplating that, make sure you check out our new Mag Avengers collection at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. These exclusive designs are not just clothing, they're armor in the fight for truth. Let everyone know you stand with those who dare to speak out, no matter the cost.